Hello friends, today we're going to be building a surprisingly tanky Celestial Warlock. Let's go ahead and hop over to race. We're going to switch out Variant Human. Let's go ahead and grab... Warlocks do get light armor, but I think we can be a little tankier. Let's grab a Turtle. With a Turtle, you don't really get to wear armor. I'll be medium. Speed 30, you get some claws, you can hold your breath, you get a base AC of 17, just dexterity doesn't affect it. You can use a shield with that, so if you pick up a shield proficiency at some point, you can use it, but you can't use light, medium, or heavy armor. But 17 is like better than what you're going to get with most light armor anyway, and we're not going to be investing in dex much, so this is going to be pretty nice for us. And let's get... we'll do... what makes sense? We'll do nature, sure, why not? And you also get shell defense, which you can read on your own time, but basically it's a big bonus to AC with some major downsides. Over to abilities, we're going to grab... don't worry about dex or strength. Constitution we want. We're not really worried about intelligence or wisdom. We'll grab some charisma. And we'll grab a little bit more charisma and constitution. Charisma and Constitution. There we go. Back over to class. Warlock. And we'll take it to, well, let's say level 10, actually. Not 9, 10. There we go. All right. So Warlocks do only get 1d8 per level, so that's not like super tanky right there. But we can do some stuff in the build to give ourselves some pretty significant survivability. Proficiencies, we'll grab. We'll do intimidation and deception. Okay, we'll lean into the charisma skills. For otherworldly patron, we're grabbing the Celestial. So you get some bonus cantrips. You get the Light and Sacred Flame cantrip. But you also get this nice little ability here, Healing Light. At first level, you gain the ability to channel celestial energy to heal wounds. You have a pool of D6s that you spend to fuel this healing. The number of your dice in the pool equals 1 plus your Warlock level. So you do kind of want to stick to Warlock. If you're doing this, you don't want to multi-class too much because you're losing out on these dice. As a bonus action, so that's right there, that's quite nice. Bonus action healing is pretty helpful. You can heal one creature you can see, so that includes yourself, within 60 feet of you, spending dice from the pool. The maximum number of dice you can spend at once equals your charisma modifier, minimum of 1 die. Roll the dice you spend, add them together, and restore a number of hit points equal to the total, and you regain all of those all those dice when you finish a long rest. Now, you can be nice and generous and heal people within 60 feet of you, but you can also just bonus action heal some D6s on yourself. So if you want to be a little bit selfish there, you can keep yourself alive for quite a while. Eldritch Invocations. The big ones we're going to worry about, I think Tomb of Levistus is level 5. Yes, 5th level. Okay, Tomb of Levistus is a really good sort of get yourself out of trouble ability. As a reaction, when you take damage, you can entomb yourself in ice, which melts away at the end of your next turn. So you are giving up a turn to do this. You gain 10 temporary hit points. Remember, temporary hit points, you can only have them from one source at a time. They don't stack, they replace each other. They kind of act like a shield over your normal health. 10 temporary hit points per Warlock level, which take as much of the triggering damage as possible. Immediately after you take damage, you gain vulnerability to fire damage, your speed is reduced to 0, and you are incapacitated. So that all lasts until the ice melts, which is at the end of your next turn. These effects, including any remaining temporary hit points, all end when the ice melts. Once you use this invocation, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. So at level 10, that means that this reaction will tank 100 hit points of damage, and it's only after you take the damage that you get the downsides. What this means is, if you have something coming your way that you know is going to take you out of commission, you pop this, and immediate 100 hit point buffer. Actually, at this level, remember, I think if I remember correctly, the maximum fall damage for 5e is about 120 damage. So, yeah, if you have 21 hit points and this guy ready to go at level 10, you can jump off of the highest height in 5e and still walk away, because you can just use this to tank the damage when you hit the ground and then walk away. So be thinking, you know, obviously in combat, this is a big ask because you lose a turn, which is a big deal. There may be times when, you know, it might still be worthwhile to do that, especially if you think you're gonna, you know, get taken out of commission. Maybe there's like an attack that the enemy can only do every 5 turns or so, or something like that, like a recharge ability. And then of course think about all the times you can use this out of combat. Like, this is a really nice thing it's per short rest. So if there's like a situation that's like, oh, maybe this chest is trapped, let the Warlock open it. They'll be fine. So this is quite good. Let's grab some other things. Agonizing Blast for more damage on the Eldritch Blast. We'll grab, what else is going to be good? We'll grab Eldritch Spear, get some more distance on the Eldritch Blast. We're gonna grab, what else? What's gonna keep us alive? Anything else really tanky here that I can think of? Some stuff, I mean, like Ascendant Step gets you levitation, which obviously is helpful. We'll grab our Pact Boon while we're at it. We're gonna do Pact of the Talisman, which, when you wear a Pharaoh's ability check, you can add a d4 to the roll, potentially turning the roll into a success. At level 7, I think we do get Protection of the Talisman, which lets you, when the wearer of your talisman fails a saving throw, they can add a d4, so that's ability checks and saving throws that you're getting d4s on. Obviously, you can give this talisman to other people, but you can also be selfish and keep it to yourself. What are we going to do for level 9? A couple different things we could try. Trickster's Escape is pretty good. You can get freedom of movement once in yourself without expending a spell slot. I'm trying to remember what the level 9 abilities are. I think maybe Sculptor of Flesh is level 9. Nah, I don't know. We'll just do... Oh, goodness. Yeah, we'll just keep it at Trickster's Escape, because freedom of movement is quite good. Okay, ability score improvement. We will grab the Tough Feat to give ourselves more HP. Very good. And we'll grab some more Constitution and some more Charisma there. Okay, so at level 6, you're also getting Radiant Soul. Your link to the Celestial allows you to serve as a conduit for Radiant Energy. You have resistance to Radiant damage, and when you cast a spell that deals Radiant or Fire damage, you add your Charisma modifier to 1 Radiant or Fire damage of the roll. That, of course, includes cantrips, so Firebolt and Sacred Flame are now even better, which is quite nice. And at level 10, you get... Celestial Resilience. Starting at 10th level, you gain temporary hit points whenever you finish a short or long rest. These temporary hit points equal your Warlock level. Again, you kind of want to stick to Warlock for this. Plus your Charisma modifier. Additionally, choose up to 5 creatures that you can see at the end of the rest. Those creatures each gain temporary hit points equal to half your Warlock level plus your Charisma modifier. Now, I'm only taking this up to level 10, but at higher levels, you do get... at 14th level, you get Searing Vengeance, which is really good. And makes you hard to kill. Starting at 14th level, your radiant energy you channel allows you to resist death. When you have to make a death saving throw at the start of your turn, so if you're down and you're making saving throws, you can instead spring back to your feet with a burst of radiant energy. You regain hit points equal to half your hit point maximum, so just back up to half. And then you can stand up if you choose. Each creature of your choice that is within 30 feet of you takes radiant damage equal to 2d8 plus your charisma modifier and is blinded until the end of the current turn. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. So that's just once per long rest. That's a get out of jail free card with some damage thrown on. It's really good. So you get that at 14th level. Let's go ahead and minimize that. We'll hop over to description. We'll grab a language. Let's speak Celestial. That makes sense. And for our background, let's be a soldier. Why not? Athletics, and we'll do performance. Let's do persuasion. Persuasion, there we go. And we'll be good at chess. Equipment. I mean, it's not really going to matter. We'll grab a light crossbow. We'll grab an arcane focus. We'll grab a scholar's pack. And we don't really need the leather armor, so we'll just skip out on that. Boop, boop, good enough. Alright, over to our character sheet. Yes. Okay, let's grab some spells. So we got that Sacred Flame to start off with. Oh, that's interesting. It's not showing the additional damage in the sheet. Maybe that's functionality they'll add at some point. You have the Sacred Flame and light cantrips. Remember, Sacred Flame is nice because you don't gain the benefit of cover from this saving throw, which is pretty cool. Add our spells. We'll grab Eldritch Blast, as always. Alright, you don't get Firebolt as a Warlock. We'll grab Create Bonfire instead. And a little bit of utility. We'll grab Prestidigitation, and we'll grab... we've got 3 damaging cantrips already. Let's just do Mage Hand. There we go. Spells. Remember, Warlocks, they get Pack Magic, which means they're... what are we at right now? What level are we at for Pack Magic? We're at 5th level. Okay. So remember, Warlocks are go big or go home. You only get a few spell slots, and they're always maxed out level. So your first level spell slots turn into second level spell slots, etc., etc. So all your spells are always upcast, which means it always makes sense to take spells that can be upcast, because some spells don't get more powerful when you cast them at higher levels. Do of course remember that as a Warlock, you get your spell slots back during a short rest, which is different than a lot of other casters. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab some more stuff. Armor of Agathis is real good. It can be upcast. You gain 5 temporary hit points for the duration. No concentration. 1 hour. If a creature hits you with a melee attack while you have these points, the creature takes 5 cold damage. So that's another way to get some temporary hit points. Get a little bit more tanky. We will also grab Guiding Bolts, because that's a lot of damage and can be upcast. We'll go ahead and bump over to 2nd level spells. What are we going to do here? Hold Person can be upcast. I'm going to grab Lesser Restoration, which cannot be upcast, but it's just such a good spell to have. So I will cheat a little bit there. What are we going to do over here? I'm going to skip out on Revivify. It is really good, but I'm assuming you also have a Cleric or a Bard in your party who... doesn't have, again, this can't be upcast. You don't want to take too many spells that cannot be upcast. Fly can be upcast, so we'll grab that, and Counterspell can also be upcast. We'll grab that. Alright, 4th, Banishment can be upcast. Wall of Fire, a little bit more fire damage. That's always good. And we'll finish out with what's going to make the most sense. Yeah, we'll do Greater Restoration, because you're not going to get anything better than... Actually, does it make sense to take... Because Greater Restoration takes care of... Oh, no, Greater Restoration... I thought Greater Restoration did everything Lesser Restoration did, plus more, but I don't think it does. So yeah, it kind of makes sense to take both. And what are we going to do for the other one? Wall of Light? Wall of Light is pretty good. We'll do just Flame Strike. There we go. Okay, so we got some good damage-dealing spells. Armor of Agathis is getting you 25 temporary HP when you cast it at 5th level, so that's pretty good. Guiding Bolt's doing 8d6, plus you get your Charisma modifier to that. There we go. Eldritch Blast, Guiding Bolt. And then, of course, we were looking at 17 AC, not bad for a Warlock. Yeah, you have 11d6, and you can spend, 4d6 of them at once as a bonus action to heal. So you can use this to keep yourself and your allies up pretty effectively. 60 feet bonus action cure, real good. Tomb of Levistus, of course, plus that Radiant Soul. You're adding +4 to Radiant or Fire damage. You got that 14 temp HP whenever you finish a long rest, and you can hand out 9 temp HP to your friends, and you got your Protection and Pact of the Talisman, which are both very good. So that is our level 10 Celestial Warlock. Thank you so much for watching and listening today, folks. If you're so inclined, give the channel a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.